guys, Jim Cars here. Hey, I want to take a minute and talk to you about business value. One thing I found is that a lot of business owners out there not only own their business, but they also own stocks. And I find that, there's folks that are watching MSNBC or looking at their phone or their apps to see where their stocks stand on a regular basis, generally getting an idea of what's the value of that investment that they've made. But what I find is that a lot of folks don't take the same initiative to understand the value of the business that they own. And yet it's usually a significantly bigger asset than any of the investments that they have in the stock market. And I questioned myself, why would people not necessarily put the time and effort into looking at what the value of their business is, and really decided it's come down to the fact that they don't necessarily know an easy path to do it. Right? If you could turn on the TV or you could pick up your phone, you can look at it, that's great. It takes all of a couple of minutes to get an idea of your portfolio value. But I'll tell you that knowing the value of your business and why the business is valued where it is very important. Again, it's for most people the single largest asset that they own. So one of the things that we do at Prosperity Plus is we do on a regular basis business valuations for companies in the office systems world. And we only do it in the office systems world and specialize in that area so that we can really dial in and give you a good idea of not just what's the value of your business in today's market, but why. And then beyond that, when we do a valuation, we also outline what are the positive findings, the things that are helping the value of the business or the potential sellability if at some point in the near or distant future you want to sell the company, as well as the red flags. What are the things that would hold down the value or make the business less sellable? So I would urge you to take a look at the value of your business. There's a number of reasons, as I said, just understanding the value of that asset and how to best protect and grow that value. But there's also other reasons. It's important if you've got partners in the business to know what the value is, to make sure that you've got your buy-sell agreement set up correctly in case, heaven forbid, something happened to one of the partners. It's also important to know the value of the business for insurance. If you've got partners, a lot of folks have insurance to cover the death of a partner, and very often your business, as it grows, the business value can outpace the insurance coverage, which creates a real problem in the event of, again, a death or disability of one of the partners in a business. But again, those are just a couple of reasons. You also have just that overall understanding what the value of that asset is and knowing with certainty what you need to do to build that value. So as we close in on the end of the year here, I thought it would be a good topic to cover here in a couple of short minutes. Just a reminder that, look, you should know what your business is worth. You should know what the strengths and the weaknesses are, and you should have a game plan to work on that. And as we roll into 2026, might be a good time to get that value as well as put plans in place to really grow or protect that value. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.